What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dollar Mike back at it again with another video. Today should be a pretty interesting video. It's just me talking in today's video. We're going to be talking about my investment strategy going into 2022. I do plan on changing a couple things going into 2022 when it comes to my Robinhood portfolio in particular. I plan to provide you guys with a little bit of background first on 2021, what I did, what I didn't do, and then going into 2022, 4 different things that I want to change going forward with my portfolio, Robinhood portfolio in particular. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the video. Let's go. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Dollar Mike, aka Michael Mitchell, and I make personal finance videos here on YouTube. So that means saving your money, budgeting your money, investing your money, credit cards, anything relating to personal finance, money, I got you covered right here on the channel. So if you're interested in stuff like that, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and the links down below. You can check those out, and it'll get you some free stuff like stocks, crypto, money back and gas, all the good stuff, and you'll be all good to go if you're subscribed and all set to go with me in 2022. So you guys already know the deal. Now let's talk about this video, these investment plans for 2022. So quick background, when it comes to my Robinhood portfolio, I start off the year with the portfolio sitting around $20,000 to $22,000, and as I'm recording this video right now, my portfolio is sitting at around $35,000, $36,000. Either way, that just came from basic trades in the stock market, that came from some option plays I did earlier in the year, and then some option plays I did later in the year, and that also came from me just consistently investing into the market, as you should be doing as well. But the main issue I had with 2021 was I was too focused on too many things. Yes, too focused on too many things. I was focused on stocks. I was focused on my dividend stocks as well as my regular growth stocks. I was focused on options trading. I was focused on crypto, all inside of one single platform. And I was also focused on other things within that one single portfolio, which was just too much to take care of, too much to try and think about or control. I had over 50 different stocks in my portfolio at one point in time, which is just absolutely ridiculous for the amount of money I had in there. It didn't make much sense to do something like that. So that's why I wanted to go forward throughout 2021 and change that, and even push forward, keep doing that into 2022. But that is the first tip to myself when it comes to 2022, which is slimming down the portfolio. I definitely wanted to get the portfolio to under 20 stocks some point in 2022, and even smaller than that going forward in the future. I don't want a big portfolio with a lot of different stocks in there unless I have millions of dollars to go ahead and invest, and then it probably wouldn't make that much of a difference regardless. But for the amount of money that I have in my portfolio now and going forward in the future, I definitely want to slim it down to under 20 stocks. Right now we're sitting around 30 stocks in the portfolio, so I don't think it's going to be too big of a task to do, but definitely something I want to take time with and not just rush into and sell 10 stocks off the bat. Overall, this just allows me to focus on some of the key investments I want to make in my portfolio, and this isn't my only portfolio, so I definitely want to focus on particular stocks in this particular portfolio because I'm buying them directly versus buying an index fund I might be doing on Acorns or on M1 Finance or another platform like that. This strategy also allows me to make more gains when it comes to those particular investments. If I only had $100 invested into something that went up 100%, then I would only make double my money. But if I had $20,000 invested in something that went up 100%, then I would make $20,000 on top of that, pretty much doubling my portfolio from $20,000 to $40,000 versus doubling it from 100 to 200. You see what I'm saying? So it definitely makes a big difference depending on how much money you have invested in one particular asset. So that's the goal, or at least one of the goals in 2022. I've only been investing into sole assets ever since pretty much February and March of 2022. So I haven't been doing this for too long, but I personally feel like I've been pretty successful doing it so far. And this is all a learning process for me as it may much be for you as well. So either way, the second tip that I'm going forward with in 2022 is pretty much investing more into the broader market. I want to make sure I have all my bases covered, but I also don't want to invest into 20 different stocks to do that. So this is where ticker symbol DGRO comes into play. This is a dividend and growth investment ETF, and that's why I plan on having the majority of my money be in 2022, or majority of my money being invested into 2022. This ETF covers a whole bunch of different stocks, all put into a single stock. It allows me to get that pretty much overall market share. They have solid historic returns, and they also provide a dividend. So I'm pretty cool with all of that. And overall, like I said before, I want this to be the largest position in my portfolio in 2022 and beyond. So that'll allow me to be part of the broader market when it comes to the S&P 500 and whatnot, and I'll get those type of gains as well as the normal type of gains that I would get for any particular stock that I might hold that's just one stock alone versus holding an ETF as a group. Currently, DGRO takes up about 5% of my portfolio, and I have a goal for it to take up about 10 to 20% of my portfolio going forward in the future. Does that mean I'm not investing into particular one-off stocks anymore, like Tesla, Microsoft, and all kinds of stuff? No, I'll still be investing in those stocks because I do really love those companies. I'll be personally invested into those in particular, but this is just to cover me when it comes to the broader market. I want to make sure I have all my bases covered, and this is a great way for me to do it for the long term. And you guys already know I'm gonna be using this portfolio for a long time, so I'm not too worried about what happens next year, what happens in the next couple of years. I'm worried about what's gonna be happening in the next 20, 30, 40 years from now, because this is a long-term portfolio and I'm ready to see the ride. Either way, long-term growth and dividends, we're going to love to see it in 2022, and DGRO is pretty much the forefront of that when it comes to my portfolio in particular. The third investment plan when it comes to investing in 2022 for the Robinhood portfolio is options. So options, you guys know I've invested in a lot of options over the year 2021. I made a lot of money off of options late last year into 2020. Into 2021, I made a decent amount of money off options. I was pretty much doubling them for the first 3 months of 2020, doing really great. And then I think I just got too cocky, because once I got cocky, I just changed up my option strategy. And once I changed up my option strategy, I continued to lose money when it came to options. So I kind of just cut options out of the portfolio because I was simply losing too much money. And if I didn't make those bad trades when it came to my options, then I probably would have a portfolio sitting roughly around $42,000-$43,000 right now instead of $35,000, $36,000. So I definitely took a hit when it comes to options. Overall, though, my new focus on options is definitely long term, and I talked about that in my options video, why I quit options. But overall, in that video, just to save yourself a video, if you want to go and check it out, you can. It'll be linked right up there. But just to save you some time, overall, I still do plan on trading options, but I want to focus on long term options. I don't really want to play an option that's couple of weeks, maybe 2 months out, just because I don't know what's going on with the market right now, as you probably don't either. We got these Omicron fears, we got inflation fears, we got crypto doing whatever it wants to do, which shouldn't have too much to play on the stock market, but it does. Everything impacts something. It's just a lot going on in the market right now. We had the supply chain worries as well. So right now probably isn't the best time for you to go ahead and play short-term options. Sure, you can go ahead and make a lot of money playing those short-term options, but I personally rather would not take that risk. So for me not to take that risk, I need to play longer term options. Longer term options cost more money, but overall they can make me more money in the long term, and that's what I have in my portfolio right now. Right now I only have one long term option in my portfolio. That's for Nokia, and I've already doubled my money on it. I'm simply holding it because I have the option out for another year basically, and I'll go ahead and sell it when I feel like selling at that point in time. But either way, I think I'll do pretty well with that. But overall, like I said before, options, still like them. Still think Robinhood is a great platform for options because it makes it so simple to use, which could be a hindrance. And I believe most people actually lost their money with options this year. So it's definitely something I need to be more educated on. And a lot of people out there as well need to be more educated on as well if they want to continue to do options in the future. A lot of money went to options this year, and a lot of people lost a lot of money with options because they don't know what they're doing. And I plan to make more options videos going forward, but I do want to take a break from it for some time being and focus on just building out the portfolio I want to build out. So options are still here to stay, mainly longer term options, which cost more money, but it is what it is. If you guys want to see options, there's plenty of other YouTubers that make tons of videos talking about options. I simply will be focused on the longer term ones. They might be focused on the shorter ones, but of course, more risk. So do what you got to do. Take all that with a grain of salt. It is what it is, and have fun with it. But try not to lose all your money, because that would suck. Either way, let's move on to my fourth and final investment plan for 2022. My fourth investment plan was actually something I was doing pretty well in the beginning of 2021 as well, and that was pretty much having a cash position ready, about 5 to 10% of my money in my portfolio value in cash, ready for me to go and put into the portfolio if there was ever a market correction, a market crash. I would have money right there to go ahead and dump it to the market, and I wouldn't have to wait for it to transfer from my bank. I won't have to wait to get paid or anything like that to go put money in. So I did that pretty well in the beginning of 2021, but I kind of messed myself up because I lost a lot of money on options, kind of started to get risky, more cocky, and all that kind of stuff. I shouldn't have did that, but hey, we all make mistakes. It is what it is. Either way, going forward, definitely want to stick to that. About 5 to 10% of my portfolio value I want to have in cash, ready to go, to put in the portfolio in any event that something happens, like a market correction, market crash, anything goes on where I can just dump some money into the market if I feel like it, especially if I see a stock on a great price for one day, because sometimes it's like that. Sometimes stock prices drop down for a day and then they rise back up the very next day. Doesn't give you enough time, especially if you need to get paid or something like that. Doesn't give you enough time to buy the stock at the cheaper price, the stock price that you want to buy it at, and make your money on the way back up. If I have about $40K in my Robinhood portfolio and I want 5% of that, that's about $2,000. 10% of that is about $4,000. It's that simple. That's what I want in cash, ready to put in the market at any given moment. So definitely want to have my position set up where I can go ahead and do that at any given time. And this 5 to 10% buffer can do just that for me. So definitely something I want to focus on more in 2022. So those 4 things are my investment plans when it comes to my Robinhood portfolio in 2022. But definitely let me know down in the comment section below what you want to focus on in 2022 when it comes to your Robinhood portfolio, any stock portfolio you may have, Robinhood, Acorns, Webull, M1 Finance, whatever you guys use. It does not really matter. You guys, I know, have some great goals out here, some great plans out here to make yourself some money. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below regarding my plans, regarding your own plans, and we can just have a whole conversation talking about it. Also, talk to me on Instagram as well. You can follow me on there and DM me, and we can have a conversation there as well. But that's pretty much all I got for today's video. Definitely check out the videos coming soon where I'll go over my full portfolio for the month of December. I'll have a dividend video coming out later this week as well. We'll talk about all the dividend stocks, all the money I received from the dividends for the month of December, as well as some 2022 stock picks that should be coming, I would say not late next week, but it should be coming next week. So I would say the first week of January, expect me to drop that video and you'll be all good to go there. Past that, of course, we're going to still have stock videos, credit card videos, personal finance videos in general, and you'll be all good to go if you're subscribed right here on Dollar Mike. So thank you guys for watching as always. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, happy holidays. I'm out. Dollar Mike. Peace.